So this is a new thing I'm doing on my YouTube channel, and it is the reality of living with a chronic illness and chronic pain. Hi, my name is Diana, also known as Scarlet Witch. I have a damaged spine. I fell down a flight of stairs. I also have osteoarthritis, which is a degenerative disease. And this affects all the joints in my body, including and that includes fingers, toes, hips, wrists, all of it. I also get a form of gout in my wrists. Yes, you can get gout in your wrist. It is a different type of arthritis. I can have my wrists swell, my hands swell, my fingers swell, and have arthritic pain there. My left ankle has osteoarthritis in it. My knees are replaced. I get arthritis in my hips, and I get what is commonly known as arthritic flare-ups in my spine. I also have two bulging discs that sit on my sciatic nerve, so they're constantly irritating the sciatic nerve, aggravating, irritating, whatever the terminology is. So I am in pain 24/7. And when people say, what's your average pain level? On a good day, it'll sit around a 4 or a 5. Just for reference there, or comparable reference, people that are called able-bodied, or those that don't have any conditions, if something happened to them that their pain levels reached 4 or 5, would be enough to take them to A&E. But 4 or 5 is considered a good day. On a bad day, those levels are somewhere between 7 and 10. Most mornings I wake up and we're around a 7. I can wake at 8 o'clock in the morning to take my medication that's due then. I do have a lot of medication I have to take. And if it's a good day, I can manage to get myself up out of bed and take myself off to the bathroom. If it's a bad day, like most days and like today, it's more of a 10, which means I can't move. Every tiny little movement, even just breathing too deep, can cause pain. Yeah. Taking a deep breath. You take a deep breath just for a moment. Just take a deep breath and pay attention to where that breath goes in your body and what actions your body takes by taking a deep breath. And understand why that could cause me pain. So even breathing too heavily or too deeply. And then, of course, I spend an hour or two after the 8 o'clock trying to stretch, trying to wiggle, trying to get movement in my body and work out how much movement I can do. Because the other issue I have is I have a distended bladder. And that can mean, problems that getting to the bathroom, incontinence. And all these things can make just getting out of bed seem impossible. It can take me up to midday to get out of bed. And then, of course, I run into issues like, have I got enough fluid? So then we run the risk of dehydration. I've not eaten, so I've not eaten and I've not drunk enough fluids. So there's that problem. And that is just getting out of bed. I try so hard to live a fulfilling life. I do everything I possibly can to live a life. I'm a content creator and a writer. I used to work, as in going out to work, I used to work in nursing. And I first started work at the age of 17. And then, probably about 5 years ago, I moved to retire from going out to work. Prior to that, I had continued to push myself. I had to have my knees replaced because I collapsed at work, and I had to go and have them replaced. And the condition with my back just got worse. And it's going to get worse. It's not going to improve. But I still try to do stuff at home by writing and publishing and doing content. So I'm always helping other people. I'm always trying to do things. I make stuff as well. So I'm a businesswoman. I'm self-employed. I'm not what people call us, a drain on society. But living independently with those conditions is a daily struggle. I don't have a family at home living with me now. I have to rely on friends. And it's difficult. It's difficult to push through stuff. It's difficult to keep going, to keep the focus. The side that people don't see is the side where we are crying, where we are screaming. So this is why I wanted to start this new thing on YouTube, so that people can see the reality of it. I'll still continue on other social media platforms to do my usual content. I'm known as Mama Bat because I run a Discord channel that is a spiritual community, for want of a better word. And I will continue to do that when I can. And that's what, so don't forget to subscribe to me on here. I always forget to say that. So if you like my content, subscribe on my YouTube channel, please do. I mean, you can find me on other social media platforms if you'd like as well. I'd appreciate it. You know, because that's the other thing when people say, well, if you can make, content videos and stuff all the time, you can go out and do a job. You're not as bad as people think. What they don't realise is that there are times where we're not on there. We're not doing stuff because we can't. Like I just said, even just getting out of bed and getting a drink, going to the bathroom, all those things can take half a day. And when I'm going through bad days, and these bad days can last weeks, months, and that's the other difficulty with going out to work for people that are able to have support at home and have other things done for them. The energy involved as well, and the lack of support. And if you have a flare-up, and that flare-up lasts weeks or months, employers won't keep you because they have to consider the business and your usefulness. If you're always having to say, I'm having a flare-up, how long is this flare-up going to last? I don't know. It might be a few days, might be a few weeks, might be a few months. And that's the downside as well. That's the side people don't see and don't understand. I mean, I look awful. My hair is awful, my face, everything. You know, the personal care side of things. All we're trying to do is focus on how much does it hurt so that I can move. So this is the reality. This is why I'm doing these videos, the reality of living with it. I'll still keep my other content for the other stuff, but YouTube I'm going to turn into this. So if you can relate, please put in the comments how your conditions affect you. If you just want somebody who will see you, then please drop a comment as well. And as I said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate that. And look out for more. Take care. See you soon.